He was my guy.
One of the hottest topics in the NBA right now is players not wanting to get vaccinated. Even though 95% of the NBA is vaccinated, the notable players that aren't are Kyrie, Wiggins, Beal, and Jonathan Isaac. And we can go back and forth on this all day, but I don't really want to get too political on this show.
Right.
But when we're talking about Kyrie Irving, I think he's the biggest name on this list. And if he refuses to get vaccinated and he can't play in Brooklyn at home games, could he cost the Nets a championship this season? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes and no. Because I don't think he's the biggest name on that card in terms of impact. I think Wiggins is more important to his team just for the simple fact of Kyrie, he's going to be needed, but KD and Harden have the depth, and they are two of the top 7 players on the planet. They have more than enough to still win the championship. Right. As for the Warriors, with Klay coming back, you don't know how he's going to be on the defensive end, and you need Wiggins to be that perimeter defender. So you kind of need him. You need him to be there. And even if Klay does come back at an elite level, you still need him to play that 1-2 defensive punch. So I think Wiggins is a little bit more important to Golden State's championship windows. Not saying Kyrie is expendable, but with KD and Harden, let's be honest, you can really plug any third guy there and they can still win it. They're just that great. But Kyrie, the situation is just weird in general because, it's a guideline. The NBA has these rules. Not even the NBA, more of the state has these rules, and you have to follow the rules. Yeah. You sign this contract. You fight for your brothers day and night. Like, everybody got it. I think you should get it, because everybody got it. I understand, you got your opinions about it and you got your research about it. But, you know what I'm saying? You have a job to do. Yeah. You're signed under contract. You have brothers to abide by. Like, these guys are playing for you. You're playing for them. I think you should get it. But I don't think it impacts the championship window as much as people think, because I think KD and Harden he's coming back with a vendetta this year. Like, he's mad, he's upset, especially the way they ended. And KD's on a different level, so I think they still have enough with that depth.
I think they have enough on the court, but I disagree with you. I think it will affect them because I think Kyrie making this choice is going to put a dark cloud on that locker room because they're going to say, yo, time and time again, God, bro, why is it always that we're coming to work, we're playing hard, we're doing what we have to do, and there's always a story about you. There's always something about you. It's you choose you. You never choose us. So I feel like if he chooses now, like, yo, I'm not going to get a vaccine, but you got guys like Kevin Durant and James Harden, 2 players on your team who are both better, willing to take it. I think that's going to put a dark cloud on the locker room. They're going to start looking at Kyrie like, we might have to bring in somebody else because you're now saying, like, I don't want to do it. I know it would benefit you guys, the guys that are going to war for you. I know it would benefit us having me, but I'm choosing no. And yeah, it's more deeper, political reasons he doesn't want to do it.
Or it's just personal reasons.
Right, personal reason, whatever. But still, at the end of the day, you're in a business that requires you to have it. You go to another team, they're going to require you to get it. You go anywhere in the NBA, you're a professional basketball player. We're in a pandemic. Right now, the requirement is to have a vaccine. That's what it is. That's what you signed up for. Real rap. That's as cut and dry as it is. This is what you signed up for. You became an NBA player. Right now, we're in a pandemic. They're requiring you to do this. If you don't want to do that, then why are you an NBA player? That's what we're in right now. It's simple as that. And I feel like if he chooses, okay, I'm going to go through with this, and I'm not getting this vaccine, and I'm just going to play away games.
So he can't even play some away games. Because if you go play Golden State, you can't play.
You don't
any Cali team.
Actually, no, I heard something different. I heard that, like, Kyrie Irving, he can't play in Brooklyn. But let's say Bradley Beal, who's not vaccinated, if Washington plays Brooklyn, Beal could play in that game at Brooklyn.
Listen to that.
How, though? Because Cali said if you're not vaccinated, you can't play.
That's probably their rule, but some NBA players were talking about it. Like, wow. It makes no sense how Kyrie, who plays in Brooklyn, has to get vaccinated to play home games, but Beal coming from Washington doesn't have to, even if he's not vaccinated.
That's crazy. I only know the Cali rule because, I watch Steph, and that's 4 teams, and that's Sacramento, Clippers, Lakers, Warriors.
It's sad, but Kyrie has made himself a target. It's sad.
Ever since he got to Brooklyn. Probably a little bit before that.
Definitely before that.
But Brooklyn's worse.
In Cleveland. It started in Cleveland.
Yeah,
he made himself a target. The minute he said, I don't want to play with LeBron James, a target went on his back instantly. Even though he was still a talent, he can go kill somewhere else, but the minute he said, "Yeah, I don't want to play with this guy. I think I'm better than this guy. I think I'm right." When he started saying all of that talk, that nonsense that he was saying while he was in Cleveland, they're boom.
Do you think he's deserved that target?
I think he put himself there. Yeah, I think everything that he said leading up to his departure in Cleveland has put a righteous target on his back. Yes, I think he's put it there himself. I don't think the media is making up stories or trying to build false narratives. I think they're literally playing the hand that Kyrie is dealing. That's how I feel about the Kyrie situation. And if he chooses not to get vaccinated, he's choosing himself over team. And I know sometimes it's better, for some guys look at it, choose yourself, choose your health, choose your conscience over, your job and your obligations. So that's on you. Whatever you want to do.
Quit your job.
Quit your job then. Let these guys not think that they have you when they don't. If that's what it is, don't sell false hope.
And Kyrie has no trade value because it's came out and by his team that if he gets traded, he's gonna retire.
Yeah.
So he's done with the NBA. But he has the luxury to retire and not feel it. I know I think there's healthcare workers right now. They're mandated to get the vaccine. If they don't, they get fired.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they definitely need it. So I understand. I mean,
I'm okay with. Even if Kyrie doesn't show up, I think they have enough because Patty Mills is a starting point guard in the NBA.
Yeah, definitely.
Patty Mills, he's always been a role player.
Cam Thomas, bro.
Yeah, but
Cam Thomas is a good guy. I like to.
If Patty Mills with Harden, KD, Millsap, and Aldridge, they can still win it. Then off the bench, Blake Griffin, Joe Harris, Claxton, Bruce Brown, Javon. I like Javon Carter a lot.
Kyrie just made it unfair.
Yeah. Kyrie literally makes that team unfair.
They have more than enough.
That's true.
Harden,
it's
even
sad
if you take out Harden, you keep Kyrie, it makes it unfair.
Yeah.
You still have enough.
I don't know. I think Harden is more unfair.
I think
it's
Harden,
still more unfair, but I think if you plug out Harden and you still have KD and Kyrie in that depth, it's still a championship team. But you put in Harden, unfair.
I don't think so.
Crazy.
I don't think just Kyrie and KD is a championship, especially when you got the Lakers out there right now. Look at how they do.
What the Lakers got to do with them going to the championship?
No, a championship team is a team that wins a championship.
Not necessarily. Championship team is a team that just gets
like a contender?
Yeah, like they can beat the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, either way you put it, those are two all NBA players. Those are two of the best scorers.
And the Bucks lost PG Tucker. That's huge.
Yeah, even though he was still getting fried, but he was getting cooked. Deep sea fried.
Tucker.
I mean, it's KD, man. KD's just on a different level.
No, but I think the Nets have enough to float above water. Whether or not the Kyrie dilemma, is warranted. I'm not sure. I think there have been some stories where the media is right about reporting on what they report on in terms of Kyrie. I do think sometimes he gets unfairly reported on because of the target that's been placed on his back. I think Kyrie's one of the more hated players in the NBA right now. So whenever a headline comes up of Kyrie does this or says that, it's going to get clicks.
Negative thoughts automatically. As soon as you see Kyrie Irving's name, you think negative. It's automatically a dark cloud on him. He put it there, though. Can he be mad at people for doing it? No. He's put himself in this position, and he's putting himself there again if he chooses to not get vaccinated. Simple.
I don't have a problem with him saying, I'm going to just retire. I don't want him to have 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Right.
I want him to just be wherever he stands.
And that's the problem because right now he's selling false hope because it's like he's saying he doesn't want the vaccine, but he hasn't retired. So if you don't want the vaccine, that means you can't play.
He's at practice right now. He's in training camp. So it's bro, make up your mind. What do you it's the inconsistencies.
Right.
But he also said reporters asked him about it, and he said that I want to keep this personal. So maybe he's getting vaccinated, but he's not telling anybody. But then again, we are in a public.
And you're a celebrity.
We are in a pandemic that is public, so not making your vaccination.
We're gonna know eventually,
right?
Because they're gonna say the team is 100% vaccinated.
Yeah, because he has to report it one way or the other.
So it's you're just doing at this point. You're just trying to be a diva,
right? And that's what I'm saying. He's bro. That's why I believe his teammates are really looking at him right now, and it's bro, all of the choices that you're making, you don't realize they come back to you. These choices that you're making are not beneficial to anybody but you. If you seriously want to win a championship, why are you making choices that only benefit you? On or off the court. What is that doing for the team? How are we moving towards a title? They have the talent, but they didn't get out of the second round last year.
They were hurt.
Okay, but I'm saying you should be You should be looking at it bro,
we got a vendetta.
Right,
that's something to prove.
Let me be the first one to go get my vaccine because we're about to go win a championship.
Kyrie just had a 50-40-90 season. Nobody cared.
At all.
Like, nobody talked about it. Nobody cared.
A 50, 40, 90. Think about that.
25 plus points per game. Like, and nobody cared. You should be in that gym labbing. Harden in there. He working. KD in there working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see the boys, but Kyrie, you over there. It's personal.
Like,
bro, we're going to know.